Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted, so I wanted to put this little video together. Basically, I was studying on REST integrations and look for a few little projects that I could create on it to kind of brush up on it, and thought this might be a cute little project to put together. Something simple, it's not difficult, but it would reinforce some of my learning. So I figured what we're going to do today is create a weather app integration with ServiceNow using a REST API. So the hope is to teach you guys and as well as learn how to consume a public REST API in ServiceNow and then display that data dynamically. So what I did find is that you have to, well, the first step that I did was go to this website here. It's called home.openweathermap.org. Let me move this so that you can see it. So it's home.openweathermap.org on there. And once now you can go ahead and create an account, it's free on it. But once you're in, you create the account, you come over to your API keys, and then you can go ahead and generate an API key for your application. So I found that you'll need this information as well as some others. So we'll get to that in a moment. Once you've gotten that, go ahead and copy that and save it somewhere on Notepad so that you can have it on it. So then at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create our custom table on it. So I could type tables here in the filter navigator, but I'll go the long way and type system definition and then come down to tables right there. And we're going to go ahead and create a new table. I'm going to call it weather info. It's not going to, doesn't extend any table, so that's fine. And then you'll have your new menu name called weather underscore info. So let's go ahead and save that. And then what we're going to do is create some fields on this table once it refreshes. And so we're going to go to new, and I'm going to make really all of these strings on it just to make it easy for us. So the first one's going to be, again, like I said, a string field. And the column label, we're going to go ahead and call it city. And we can go ahead and save that. Maximum characters 40. I think that should be enough. I'm going to save that. And I'm just going to do insert and stays from here on. So this one will be, sorry, mouse acting up. Temperature. It's going to be a string, 40 characters. I'm going to do an insert and stay. That. Apparently it already exists. So let's go ahead and do an update instead. I'm going to try something. I didn't like that insert and stay. So, okay, let's do it the long way. Sorry. So it's a string. Temperature. 40 characters. Yeah, I think it didn't update the column name on the, that's why I got the error before. I said submit. And I'm gonna do one more, or a couple more. Go 100 there. Then we're gonna do just two more. Sorry about that. I'll do humidity. Oh, if I can spell humidity. And even though I'm doing the max 40, it doesn't really need that much. It doesn't need to be that high, but I'm just keeping everything simple here. And then the last field that I'm going to create is date checked. My hope is to pull um, the date here. I'll put date and time. My hope was really is to pull in um, the date and time that the request was made. Might work, might not work, but we'll see on this. So date checked, and that's this column. So we can go ahead and hit submit on there. So that should take care of our table at that point. So let's double check. If I type weather, so there's weather info. Not sure why this S always gets added. I think it's because the application is the same. So just bear with me. I want to go ahead and change that real quick because I don't want an S in there. Weather infos instead of rather just have weather info. And here are my columns on there. Let me just add created by, not needed, but it's something that I like to have on that helps me out uh, a little bit. So the next thing I want to do, excuse me, is go ahead and create the REST message. Okay, so what I want to do is come into System Web Services. There was a System Web Services. Go down to REST Messages, a REST message, and I want to go ahead and create a new one. And I'm going to go ahead and just give it a name. Get weather from Open Weather. And Open Weather is the website that I mentioned earlier on there. The endpoint is the same, is that same website. You can provide and get your endpoint on there. And I will put that here. That. Instead of hitting submit, what I want to do is hit save. And even though there's a default get, I want to go ahead and create a new help method, new get help. I'm sorry, the help method, a new get HTTP method on it. And what I'm going to name it is get weather, right? And like I said, the method is a get because I want to get data on there. The endpoint is the same as the one that we previously added, so I'm going to do that. There. Then I'm going to hit save. Once I hit instead of submit, because I want to add a variable onto this. So what I'm going to do is create new, and I'm going to go ahead and put in city on it, and hit submit. So this is what I should see there. And hit update, right? There's our HTTP methods, and then hit update, and that'll take care of that's our get weather from Open Weather. Okay, so once that's done, I want to go ahead and I'm going to create a script include. We're going to go to system definition again. Oh, let's go ahead. System definition. Now again, I could have just typed script include, but I wanted to just show the whole thing. And let's go down and look for script includes. I probably passed it. Here we go. And I'm not going to type out all the code because it does take me a little bit, not as fast a typer as others. So it does take me a little bit to get everything typed up. So through the magic of cut and paste, I'm going to go ahead and do new. And I'm going to go ahead and just give it a name, like put get weather script include there. Make sure that client callable is checked as well as active. And then in the script field, I'm going to go ahead and copy my script. And let me see if I could share it with you guys so you can see what I did. So here I grabbed the API key. Remember, when you first created your account here, you created an API key. So I just grabbed that and I put it here. And then the endpoint is api.openweathermap.org. And I put that there. I want to go ahead and get the temperature, condition, and humidity. Right, a simple city state lookup. Right, so once we have that, hopefully I ain't got no errors. We can go ahead and submit. It does select a row for the access control. I just chose ITIL, the ITIL row, and hit OK. So that takes care of client script, or should I say a script include, excuse me. And so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and create a button. So I want a button on the form so that when I go in there, I can call it. Now, I'm not going to create any automations here right now. So what I'm really kind of doing is, this is the form. So when I go to new, I should see a button here that will basically pull the information in from the API. That's what I basically want here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to, I'm going to create a script for a UI action or button for this. So I'm going to go to UI actions, and that's in the system UI, right? System UI actions, and I'm going to click new. And so here, what I want to do is I want to obviously give it a name. So I'm going to get this get weather info, right? Obviously, I want to make sure that it's active. The show insert and show update is optional, but I did choose it here because I wanted to show whether it's a new record or an update to it. I want to go ahead to show, show there. I want to choose client, so I want to make sure that that's checked, and the form button, because that's what I want to do right now. I want to create a button for this. Here, I want to go ahead and then at this point, I'm going to add the condition. I want to just go ahead and choose true. This is just for testing now, there, but it's not necessary. And then I want to go ahead and copy my script. See? And let me show you guys the script there so you can see what I did. Okay, let me go back on the condition. So actually, let me show you the bottom. So it's just, that's it there. So on the condition note, I forgot this. I don't want to, so I'm just not testing. I want to go ahead and actually add a condition. That's that. And then on the on click, I want to just add this function there. I think I got everything. At that point, I can go ahead and hit submit. Okay, and I think we are good there. We're done. So once I've created those, I can now come back into the weather app. There, info. And if I click new, I should see a button. I do not. Let me see what I missed. So let's go to the UI action. Oh, the table. Let's go to weather. It's interesting that let me create this and I didn't have the table on there. So let's go weather. Okay, let's, I think I have to do a refresh, but let's take a look. It new, I should see the, there it is. There's the get weather info. And if I click on that, well, let me enter the city. So let's say I want to know the weather in Boston. Hit type Boston in, and then I get the weather. Or should I say click weather? It's not giving me info. Let's see what's going on. Let's check, make sure our REST message is good. Let's okie dokie. Just making sure, just going through everything, make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I got everything. Right. So I don't really need authentication. If I run a test, so I got 401. Valid user password. So let's take a look. See what that is. Interesting. Let's see. It's interesting. The thing when you're doing something live, I don't want to really start the video. I think this is good for all of us to kind of go through and troubleshoot on there and see what the issue could be. I wonder if it's this. That's it. I see what the issue is. Give me a second. Let me grab my API key. I think the issue is right here. Right, I think if I save that, and let's go into our get weather method, HTTP method, do the same thing. Sometimes I leave notes to myself, then forget to change them. So update. Okay, so let's try again. And what we're going to do is go to our weather app, our weather info, click new. Let's try Los Angeles. Angeles. Right. Get weather. Still nothing, huh? Okay. Now, I think our rest should be okay. So let's take a look at our script include. Right, so I replaced with the actual API key. Okay, I think that's correct. Let me come here. Let's see, take a look at the UI action. And that's UI action. Let's make sure we got the table info. I think this is what I might be missing here. Get. I think that's there. Let's take a look at the script here real quick. And let's do an update. Oh, let's see. Let's go back now again. New to San Diego. Diego. Get weather info. Still nothing. Well, I wonder if I should just add a basic authentication on there. Even though I didn't really have anything, but let's take a look. Let's go to open weather. Crits. Crits. It. I think I typed. So let's see. Just hit a save. So wonder if I get weather and I do a test. 400 error. Well, so then get a 401. Another geocode. So let's come and take a look. Austin. Interesting. Okay. I'll go ahead and take a look at keep looking at this, guys, and see what's going on with the issue on there. But I'll include this in the description so we could all take a look and see what's going on, see what I did wrong. Leave your comments in the leave your information in the comments, see if this helps on there, at least get us started. We're all learning in this together, so this is part of trying to create something. You run into issues, and sometimes your code isn't what doesn't work how you hoped it would work. So I'll do a little troubleshooting on this and may come back and update with the solution. So again, feel free to leave your comments, subscribe, and we can get this resolved together.